Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So the UCLA Bruins kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Caught over the middle, it's Eakin. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Hammond. Caught by Williams on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles. Picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Red Raiders are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Hudson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Eakin. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Works the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And listen, 3rd down and long is such a hard spot to be in. That's where defenses want offenses, right? Like, they got them right where they want them. But there's a really nice job by the playmaker. QB got him the football, and he didn't run out of bounds. Like, he fought for every single extra yard he could. Fought, almost got to the 1st down marker, but now sets up a 4th down.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Caught in the backfield. It's Carter. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. To the air, it's Hammond. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
Now from the 2-yard line after the incompletion, it's 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Red Raider. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing. And it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
Runs through a tackle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Back to pass. It's Ncaa. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's Ncaa to throw. It's on target and complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Again, it's Ncaa. They get to him as he throws. Finds his big tight end. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot. Caught. And he will score. Touchdown, UCLA.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
He's got it on the outside. Turns it on down the left side. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After almost housing it from deep, they'll try to finish the deal from the red zone. Quarterback making checks. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got it behind the line. It's Dickey. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Made the catch on the last play, but didn't move the ball forward, so now here comes third down. Looking to pass, it's Hammond. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That ball skips through the end zone. Back, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Ncaa moves around to clear up the vision. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Still on his feet at the 40. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Bruins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ncaa got the back over the middle. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the left. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's South Carolina looking to bounce back from a week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
Here's Ncaa to throw. Pulls it in. It's Knight. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running inside. It's Knight. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Third down from the gun. Here's Ncaa. Got his man. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Quarterback's got the first. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Bruins are rolling down the field. Throwing, Ncaa. Stepping to the right. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. To the air, it's Ncaa. Pressure coming, being chased. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
From the gun on third down, Ncaa. He's got the tight end. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Knight. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ncaa finds his target down the middle. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Ncaa on the play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
To the air, it's Ncaa. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Third down in the gun, Ncaa hauls it in. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Got a man, it's Hudson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option.
First down here, what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. The run inside, it's Ncaa. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Williams open on the right side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
Back to throw, it's Hammond. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go with a direct snap. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Simmons. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But he does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lee. There he goes. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Going to the run. It's Williams. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raider. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Ncaa to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help tack on this 3rd down. Deafening noise. Here's Ncaa. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Slips through the line. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal range.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary and the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Finds his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his...
Up and hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. And this one for the lead in the waning moments. He's got it! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
Man, this guy has an absolute bomb for a leg. You see the contact? It just sounded different. It sounded like an explosion coming off of his foot, puts it through the uprights. There's NFL teams watching this game. They're jotting down this dude's name right now because that is an NFL Sunday leg.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Throwing. Ncaa. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, UCLA.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To throw, it's Ncaa. Firing to the right, complete. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the...
Going for it all.